Hello, fellas. Sorry about the technical difficulty. I should say, lizard people. Anyway. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why it does that to me, dude. It's a late night stream thing. I was talking about some very interesting stuff before it fucking lagged me out. I was really excited to be talking about the Nazca lines, and now I forgot what I was saying. I was too busy being mad at the internet. Now I forgot. Like, damn. Lizard people. Yeah, coincidentally, my PlayStation just updated too. I don't know if that has something to do with it. It shouldn't have an influence on the stream shutting off. It shouldn't. But it happened, like, right after. Like, when I booted the console back up and after I resetted everything, it was like, you need to update. I was like, alright, I guess. You know, but why would that kick me off? You know? Unless it, like, pulled too much bandwidth from the internet and made it shit itself. I don't know. But yeah, that happens to me like every other day, maybe every 3 days. When I stream late at night. And the Comcast guy, the technician guy, he told me at nighttime there's a lot of people like laying down for bed and watching Netflix or YouTube, right? And it's like demanding on the entire system, like all around me, like in the neighborhood. And that means that the internet will be less stable at nighttime, so I think that's what it is. That seems the most likely to me. It could just be lizard people doing lizard people shit, though. Stand on the button? Yeah, someone stand on that button. See if I can teleport down there. No, man. A lot of gaming streamers talk about conspiracy theories as well. I mean, that's kind of why I started being more open about conspiracy theories, because I saw so many other gaming streamers talking about it. And I was like, you know, this is all pretty benign shit, you know? It's all pretty, like... It's nothing serious, really. But yeah, the other Souls PvP streamers don't talk about conspiracy theories that much. I'm gonna sever this guy's. This guy's gonna run from me. I'm never gonna catch that guy, so what's the point? No, I'm saying there's no point. My YouTube has been down last night till now. I haven't heard about any YouTube issues happening. It seems like it's just my Comcast causing me problems, like always. You know. Learned a new conspiracy theory today. What is it? It's entropy? Yeah. Entropy is a bitch, isn't it? Entropy is a cruel bitch. No, I left the first stream attempt up. It's still up. It's only like 45 minutes long because it lagged out. By the way, I hate that because then it like recommends 2 different streams in the same day when my stream lags out like that. That can't be good for the algorithm. Yeah, stream did lag out. I was mid-sentence. It cut me off mid-sentence. And I forgot what I was talking about. It will never get that back. I don't want to get him. Let him live. Whoa, dude. I can't let you hit me with that. That'd be too embarrassing for me, dude. Hey, get him. Fuck him up. Beat his fucking ass. Get him, get him. Go on, buddy, get in there. You got this. I believe in you. He's like Rocky. Get him, get him. Give up? Don't give up, come on. You can fight that knight by yourself. Here's a blue. Do not L2 again. Dude, he actually won. Holy shit. It's because the pressure of me looking at him was making him play bad. It was my fault. Damn, this guy's really good. I'm sweating right now, dude. I got lucky. No, there's a company, there's like a local fiber company that's putting up lines in my area right now. So like by next year, or maybe even within 6 months, I could have fiber connection again. And it's like, with the Comcast, it's like more expensive than good internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be much of a expense more than I'm already paying to just get fiber when it comes, so I'm absolutely gonna do that. Comcast is really overpriced. Really overpriced. It's because they have a soft monopoly, right? So, like, a lot of areas only have Comcast, so you have to pay them, essentially. You don't really have a choice of it. But as soon as I have a different option, I think I'm gonna switch. Unless this gets significantly better very soon. You know what I'm saying? Because when my stream lags out, it's really frustrating because people will get multiple notifications that I'm streaming twice within like an hour of each other because the stream lagged out, and I bet you a lot of people get annoyed with that. And also, when you stream like one right after the other, YouTube thinks that you're like spamming, right? So it's gonna penalize you in the algorithm. So I really gotta do something about this. It can't be good. There's probably people that get annoyed with it. I think you were saying something about nature gods. Don't get me started about Bigfoot. Well, so now I went. Yeah, I was talking about the Nazca lines. You were talking about Nazca lines and how the Nazca people were almost 2,000 years ago, and there was no way to see their lines from the air. Yeah. Nazca lines, some prehistoric people from South America basically made these giant geologic formations in the rock that are only readable from space, essentially. And like, how the fuck do they do that? That's like the most interesting leftover from prehistoric people that I know of. It's way more interesting than the pyramids, honestly. Because like the things they'd have to know for it to be legible from space is just astronomically unlikely for them to know. And you know, I don't know how they did it or why they did it, but the safest answer is aliens. Stonehenge is a lot more simple. It's probably just some kind of astrological marker, I would say. I'm not sure that Stonehenge is like an alien thing at all. Nazca lines, though, it seems like they'd have to be, right? I just don't think there's any way that prehistoric people could figure out how to make something that big that's legible from space. Or why they would, you know? I mean, as far as we know, prehistoric people didn't even believe in space. They just thought there was, like, lights in the sky and shit. You know, like the stars. They would count the stars and like they'd figure out fucking astrological formations like the Big Dipper and stuff, but they didn't know that it was like this vast expanse of nothingness. Like we know now. Some people think that giants made Stonehenge. While I do believe in giants, I'm not sure about that. It's hard to say how they did that as well, because the stones for Stonehenge are too big to move without industrialized machinery, really. Come on, buddy, let's go. I'm gonna keep roll catching you. Better get back here, you fucking weasel. Told you. Howdy again. Yeah, sorry about the lag out. Maybe you should have came help your summon. You would have had a chance. Stonehenge was the original Lincoln Logs. You know, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. Lincoln Logs? What's that one? I like to believe it was some hermit's house who spent his life carving statues around it. That could be. Are you talking about Stonehenge? Because the rocks are really big. Like, they're a lot bigger than you think from, like, photos of Stonehenge. Right. It's way bigger in person. It's bigger than the stones they used for the pyramids. And people don't even know how they moved those, let alone the Stonehenge ones. How old is Stonehenge, I wonder? I actually don't know that. I don't know what era it's from, really. The way I think is that every time period has its geniuses. Einstein, Newton, before then, Da Vinci, Plato, and smart guys who were lost to history. My guess, those smart guys helped make the lines? I'm sure, yeah, you got a point there. I mean, Leonardo da Vinci was drawing, like, tanks and shit, and, like, fighter jets in his goddamn notebook, back in, like, 1400. So, yeah, you have a point there, but some things are so ahead of their time that it's, like, kind of hard to believe that they could do it. You know what I mean? The main, like, contention point with the pyramids and the Stonehenge is that the stones were simply too heavy to move without, like, a bulldozer. Not a bulldozer, you know, like a crane or something. I've read a few things about why the Nazca Lines made them, but I don't know anyone who ever went back and asked them, so it's all hearsay. Yeah, it's all speculative. Like, we'll never fucking know the actual reason unless aliens show up tomorrow and tell you. Right. Stonehenge is Neolithic, so roughly 5,000 years old. I actually got to see it. Super cool. I didn't know it was that old. I thought Stonehenge was, you know, maybe in the around Christ time. So yeah, that's a crazy time difference, actually. That's far back enough that there could have been an advanced civilization at the time that we don't know about. I'm not saying that's what it is, but it's far back enough that there's enough ambiguity that that's what it could be. You should mod, yeah. Next time I'm streaming late and there's no mods awake, I'll make somebody else mod. At the moment, I don't think we need any other mods. My first pick was Foshless or Rio, though. They've been here a lot longer. Oh, I see. We don't got very good net, do we? Do we, fellas? That's Hand of Malardia? No. Yeah, it is. Gotta be careful not to get cheesed by that. You can tell just by looking at that guy, he's literally shaking, just waiting to get me in that L2. That's his whole plan. He's shaking in his goddamn boots from excitement. Wish I had a parry right now. See, that's his whole thing. Oh shit, I missed. No! No! Damn. Outplayed and saved. Lamau, ignore me. I'm an idiot. It did take a few thousand years. No, you're not an idiot. I think a bunch of buddies left the pub late at night of drinking pints and tried to go cow tipping. When they couldn't find cows, they played rocks, and hence Stonehenge was made. Yeah, but hear me out. Those dudes at the pub were actually giants. They were Nephilim. That's how they moved the fucking Stonehenge. That's my theory. Either that, or it was aliens with like some kind of tractor beam or something. Rio would be a good mod. Well, he's literally always here. You know? I usually pick mods based on who is here the most. Especially late at night. Because a lot of people are just not awake at night, so. Rio's Australian. It's daytime for him right now. So he's always here. It didn't take that long, actually. Only a few years, I believe. People like to assume we improved our time, but we really haven't. Are you saying, like, people like to believe that modern humans are so much better, but we're not? Yeah, I agree with that. Ancient people were just as smart as we are. Potentially even smarter, because they don't have so much toxic food and, like, toxic chemicals and microplastics. Well, I should say, they have the same IQ levels as we do, probably even better. Right? But obviously they don't have as much like scientific knowledge, but in terms of just brain power, I'm sure it's probably even better than ours. A lot of people act like ancient people lived in caves and ate poop. If we could read and write / communicate as history shows, they actually good. We need to give them more credit. I agree. I think ancient people had a lot of like esoteric knowledge that we lost over time. They knew like certain truths about the world that people just can't grasp now. There's a lot of interesting information in like ancient Indian texts and Persian and fucking Greek. Like the first ever civilizations that we know of. But you gotta keep in mind, just because those are the first civilizations we know about doesn't mean that there wasn't some before. Right? They just might not have written anything down. Right? And like, there's just so much ambiguity in ancient, no, not ancient, prehistoric times, that we can't really say that, you know, for example, Sumer was the first ever civilization, because there's no way for us to know that. I think it's incredibly arrogant to assume that that was the first ever civilization just because they were the ones that wrote shit down first. You know, there could have been, I mean, the whole thing with Atlantis might just be like some prehistoric civilization that wasn't actually that advanced. You know, it might just be a fucking Sumer type civilization, for all we know. Oh, hold on, I gotta play before I answer that. Hold that thought, chat. Fire in a hole. Oh. He headshotted me. Goddamn. Oh my god. Fuck that. Fuck that. I ain't getting spammed by those goddamn throwing knives. Fuck that. Oh shit! No! Why? Damn, dude. That wasn't in the script. That didn't happen. Have you seen the guy that moves the huge rocks by himself? Definitely cool. Makes you wonder what they could figure out back then. Yeah. Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. Hey man, gravity is a cruel mistress, you know? How am I supposed to remember where every ledge is at? Come on. Don't look at me like that. I feel you judging. Through the fucking screen. Where is this guy? There he is. Hey, that looks a lot like someone we know, doesn't it? He looks really familiar, doesn't he? It's Oxide and Raven. Our favorite gankers. You fucking lizard people. You guys are all lizards, you know that? Damn. Not the bow spam. Anything but that. I'm gonna go to the troll. Ow. Bunch of goddamn shitters! Taking my fucking job! Okay, we made it to the one usable enemy. Hopefully he does something. Who's the third guy? Oh shit. I don't recognize this one. Get him, get him! Stop hitting me! Jesus Christ. I'm literally being ganked maliciously. And this fucking troll is hitting me, dude. Ow. Oh, what? Well, one heal left. What else could I use here? I'm not really sure what else I could use here, honestly. What do I got here? Golem. He's like way the fuck over here, isn't he? I actually don't know. Got a jar cannon? I think so. Serpentine, serpentine, serpentine. Serpentine! Here's a snake. You guys are ganking in Limgrave because you're chicken. And there ain't really nothing up here. I kind of thought there was supposed to be a troll up here or something. Nope. I be looking. Oxide's feeling very brave today, looks like. Good night, Foshless. Thank you for watching. 1,000 thank yous. Sorry for streaming at 1 in the morning again. Damn, dude. I kind of hit the end of the line. There's just nothing here. Hey, there's a camp. Oh. Bravo. This very much sickens you. It's Raven and Oxide and someone else. Use the thoughts and prayers attack. That might have worked better, to be honest. This is a faith build after all. These creatures really love the bow. It's Raven. He always does that. He always uses that busted bow. Well, brothers, I'm gonna head to bed. Peace out, brothers. Thanks for watching, dude. I'll stream earlier tomorrow, I promise. Doesn't the Epic of Gilgamesh start off like in those ancient times talking about previous civilizations, and that's our oldest test? I believe so, but my knowledge of like biblical stuff is pretty limited, actually. I'm pretty sure the Epic of Gilgamesh is like biblical, right? I don't have very strong knowledge of that stuff at all. I know about the Book of Revelation. But all the other stuff, not so much. And I was just really interested in Revelation because a lot of like stuff from Revelation that they said was going to happen is kind of sort of happening right now. So I started sort of figuring out what's actually in Revelation. And it's kind of scary how much they predicted would happen and got right. Makes me kind of like second guess myself. Says he's like right here, right? There he is. Hey, buddy. What did he just try to hit me with? Oh, it's that stupid hammer. Don't swing out a hit stun. Don't do that. Not recommended. That's not how we properly use it. It wasn't in the instruction manual, you know. Gotta get rid of that thing. What level are you? 168. Don't run from me. Come on, I've been through a lot today. If you run from me, I'm just gonna kill the host. Watch this. See, I told you. I could have done that the whole time. They discovered dowsing and made a lot of working wells. I don't know what dowsing is, my dude. I actually don't. I was gonna make Foshless a mod, but Foshless is not always awake. So it looks like Rio is the best choice because he's literally always awake. Maybe they moved the rocks of Stonehenge with giant turning forks and sand. Possibility that they could have built, like, how do you say it? I don't really know how you say it. There theoretically is contraptions they would use to move giant rocks, but again, the scale of the rocks is so massive. It's kind of hard to believe that ancient peoples could do that. It's not even just that. It's hard to believe that, like, even the Romans could do that. You know, the most advanced civilization from the ancient era. Or the classical era. My bad. So, if the Romans couldn't pull it off, I'm not sure that the prehistoric peoples could. You know. I mean, stuff like that is easy for us to do now because we have industrialized machines and stuff like that. Right, but back then, ropes and pulleys? So, like, do you think 1,000 people with like a bunch of ropes could pull a 100-ton rock? Somehow? I don't really know. I'm not sure. Alright, so just to be safe and because it's late, I'm gonna mod Rio. Because it looks like my mods are gonna go to bed. Oh shit. Damn it. They're making me play. I'm trying to do something. L2 jousting. Coming in hot. Fire in the hole. Alright, Rio. You have the power. Be sure to abuse that power as much as possible. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. Just make sure people behave in the chat. We get some weirdos at 3 a.m. Otherwise, the chat's usually fine. Oh, yeah. Rio, you have to join the Discord. And tell Dimmy to give you the mod role. Why do Blasphemous Blade users never try using the R1 button? You know, I couldn't tell you. I think it's because the L2 heals them, so they think it's like more optimal to just mash L2, right? Everybody call Rio bad names. I'm sure he wouldn't care. He probably wouldn't give a shit. What's up, Tux? Kind of wish I was playing Hunt Showdown right now, but... Well, Dungeon Master was here, so I didn't actually need to mod Rio, but now we got 2 mods, just in case. I went down the rabbit hole of how the winners wrote history, and they write it in the losers are always evil. Always. Every time. Yeah. You know, sometimes the losers actually are evil, though. Like World War II, for example. But contrast that with, like, Napoleon. Napoleon wasn't objectively evil. Napoleon actually had a lot of altruistic instincts, and he was not a good person necessarily, but he at least attempted to be a good person, right? And still the British wrote him as like this vile piece of shit despot. You know, Napoleon deserves more respect than he gets, honestly. He was a poor, low-class Corsican from the edges of the French Empire that became the emperor, and he defeated the entirety of Europe by himself for like decades until they finally got him. And they exiled him to an island so he could die in obscurity. It's actually a crazy story. Napoleon he's one of them people that's like, how the fuck did he do that? He's like Alexander the Great in a lot of ways. And Alexander was not a great person either, necessarily. But they weren't, like, terrible despots, necessarily. I think Demi's here, too. She's just not talking. I think she goes to bed and watches the stream on her TV. Just came in and witnessed the rise of Rio. I don't think you can underestimate humankind when they're determined to accomplish something. Sometimes that's true, yeah. But there are technological limitations as far as we know. Napoleon was a genius for all intents and purposes, and the only reason he was stopped is because the entirety of Europe ganked him for years and years and years. And it was all kind of... The British Empire was kind of the ringleader of the anti-Napoleon squad. And the British Empire had a lot of economic power. Like, a lot. It was... The British Empire is like America is today, at the time. They had so much muscle to flex on Napoleon. And it's amazing that he lasted for a decade against the entirety of Europe, to be honest. And another thing, man, people gotta give the French a little more credit. Like, yeah, they did bad in World War II, for sure, but they won a lot of wars in their history, especially during Napoleon's time. But there was... Fuck! Damn it, I shouldn't be talking when I'm trying to play. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Germans basically curb stomped France twice in a row. There was the Franco-Prussian War. Was in like 1840, I think. Something like that. This was all... No, this was like 1870. But yeah, when Germany first unified into a state, which was Prussia, they basically got into a war with France. And France was like really overconfident because Prussia was a new state at the time. And basically the Prussians pushed their fucking shit in. Like, curb stomped them, marched into Paris, forced them to sign this humiliating treaty. It was like the most embarrassing treaty in the history of war. Because of the people that beat them. You know, it's a fresh nation that just unified like 20 years ago. And that's why in World War I, when the French got the better of the Germans, they made them sign an even worse treaty. And that's what caused World War II. It caused all this resentment in the German people, essentially, because they basically made the Germans pay an unpayable debt. They blamed the entire World War I on them. Right? Which is kind of valid, honestly, sort of. But they pretty much directly caused World War II, because they made the disgruntled German people elect a fanatic psychopath, because they wanted revenge, essentially. Not revenge, kind of a resurgence. Bubby, I can't pet you right now, doggy. What? It's fine. Stop scratching me, it hurts. Get off me. Ouch. Get off me. They're gonna kill me, dude. You're such a goddamn needy little bitch, aren't you? I love my doggy, but he gets attention all day. He's gotta let me work, you know. Not sure what y'all were trying to do. Good night, evil red guy. Sorry for streaming at 1 in the morning. Yeah, Germany didn't finish paying off their debt until 2010. Yeah, and that's just for reparation. That's not even for, like, the Marshall Plan. Rebuilding and shit. Oh, evil red guy's got your links if you guys want to join the Discord. Talk more about conspiracy theories. And also, there's Buy Me a Coffee if you'd like to help me and Bear stay alive. If not, that's cool too. But you should like the stream just in case, because if you don't like the stream, you'll probably shit yourself tomorrow. Let's just say I have precognitive dreams, and I know that you will shit yourself tomorrow if you don't like the stream. Napoleon was also a massive simp. Not even an insult. But women destroy him. That's his weakness. He sounds like my dad. No, my dad's not a simp, but he lets women control him a lot. Kind of like Napoleon. Hello? Where? Where are you? Hello? Oh, there he is. I really need some surround sound headphones so that didn't happen. Yeah, let it rip, buddy. Give it to me. Hell yeah. I'm gonna do something stupid. No! No! Fuck you! You almost had me there, Billy. Uh-oh. God damn. I am not getting ganked up there. I don't think so. Oh, I can send those back at him for sure. Yeah, those are like deflecting bait. Fire in a hole. Oh, get the fuck off me! I hate that L2 so bad. Like, nah, don't come within 10 feet of me. Fuck you, dude. Damn, that was a good throw. I enjoyed that one. Yeah, I have my shield ready for when they spam. I don't like your fashion. You're getting teabagged. You get over here, you lizard. I remember what you did. You can have one too, since I'm feeling generous today. Hey, you know who else is feeling generous? Dungeon Master. Thank you for the $10, my hero. Hey, Drunk. Got into sweaty rune level 40 fight with Pata users that stole your rune level 40 regen build. Spacing, rot jars, and bleed infused poison mist, clean rot, side sword won you the fight. That's a very good build. Like Pata with regen at level 40, that's pretty hard to beat, honestly. I mean, I'm glad you won. I'm also happy that people are using my builds. It always makes me kind of happy when I hear about it. Right. I run into people using my builds sometimes, too. I wouldn't mind being controlled by a woman. I'm not gonna comment on that. OF. It's like your bird, when you're busy, he's trying to talk to you. My dog, he just doesn't like it when I get on the game, and he will try to, like, distract me from playing. Even though he gets a lot of attention throughout the day. Like, all I do throughout the entire day is spend time with my dog and play with my dog. Right? That's like the majority of my life. And he can't let me stream for 2 or 3 hours a day. It's kind of ridiculous, huh, bud? You're a bit of a needy bitch, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah, he thinks it's funny. He's smiling right now. I wish you guys could see his face when he's doing something nefarious. Yeah, Germany didn't finish paying off their debt till 2010. Napoleon was... damn it, I already read that. Anybody who has any lick of knowledge on military warfare respects Napoleon. Yeah, I would say so. He was literally... He was about the best there was. Like, the only people that might be better than Napoleon would be Alexander, maybe. Maybe Genghis Khan. Let me think. Who else from history? Maybe Belisarius, Caesar. You know, he's like in the top. He's in the top 5 for sure, I think. But towards the end of his life, Napoleon did become sort of a bitter old man that was kind of mean-spirited. But for most of his life, he was pretty altruistic, and he at least tried to be decent. Opinions on Napoleon tend to vary, depending on where you're from. Some Polish love him. If you're Haitian, he sucks. Yeah, and if you're British people don't like Napoleon either. Oh shit, I just wasted that. Damn it. I'll take that elevator. These things are all alive, so we should be alright. At least they're not ganking. Bad throw. And we got a lot of spam coming. Lots of stuff to deflect. I don't want to get overwhelmed. It doesn't work. Doesn't work, I guess. Can't deflect it. I'll make them piss off the Stilovskis over here. Yeah, get them! Sick them! We got 10 Stilovskis on our side. God damn it. Damn, dude. There might be too many projectiles for me to even handle this, really. They're just all over the place. Those nail spells are vicious because they desync on you. Can't reliably roll them. Just die! No! Outplayed and saved. Fucking douchebag! Fuck you! Fire in a hole. Hey, I got one. 800? Brother. This is 168. What are you talking about? Where do you put those points? Where do you put them stats? No comprende. Ah, damn it. He always slithers away at the last second. Ah, I see. Latency. I understand. Yeah, it just doesn't work. You can't deflect those, I don't think. One more try. I think the annoying guy is out of spam now. Maybe. Goddamn lizard people. Oh shit. He didn't hit me. He might have been able to kill me right there. He didn't take it for some reason. I don't think he knew, to be honest. What the? What? What? Damn, that was awful. I think I'm gonna put that in the YouTube video. He, like, blinded me with the magic and then I got parried. I'm not sure if that was intentional. I couldn't see what I was even swinging at. That guy would panic roll until he's like 10 points away from death, and then he'd figure out how to reaction roll at the last second. I didn't expect him to throw out a parry like that. I don't think he knows what he was doing though. He just like Hail Married it. What up? Napoleon had to be nerfed as being French, or else he'd be too powerful. What do you... I'm telling you, man. The French were not always, like, losing wars. They won plenty of wars. Just not the important ones. They lost the Franco-Prussian War, World War I, World War II. Well, no, they didn't lose World War I. They just kind of stalemated for most of World War I, but... In World War II, yeah, they did get curb stomped pretty bad. And that's all people remember, right? They can't remember the dozens of other wars that the French won. Right, they only remember the bad one because it was 80 years ago. Elden Ring players don't interact. Oh, not the dragon. Anything but that. This thing's gonna kill me. Damn, brother. Yeah, do your job. Hit them. Watch your step, big boy. Ah, get out of the way. Damn it, I'm stuck. Dude. Oh no. Stop. Brother. Oh, he got him. Alright, I'll take it. You can't be fat rolling. Say it ain't so, buddy. Damn, that was heartbreaking. Elden Ring players don't interact with women. That's not true. That's just straight up not true. No. Some of them are maidenless, though. You're right. I don't know. When it comes to gamers, there's like a 50% chance that they're hermits that have never talked to a woman. And then there's a 50% chance that they're like complete chads. It just depends. Really. There's like two different types of gamer, you know. Pet the doggo? I do. You don't understand how much I pet this dog. He's just greedy. He just can't let me work. Napoleon was also... Hang on. I gotta go back and read all this. OF, be careful what you're saying. You're getting into dangerous territory there. Do you like Night Rain? Is it bad? It's not bad. It's just not particularly good either. I got I got like 30 hours of fun out of Night Rain. But after that it's like I can't push it anymore. I like the expansion. That made it feel fresh for like a couple hours. I see Night Rain as like kind of a filler episode. Like it's good enough to watch once. You know, like the Zanpakuto arc from Bleach. Like it's good enough to watch it one time. But I wouldn't want to watch it multiple times, you know. So once I beat all the Night Lord bosses, I was like, I'm good on this. And it it seems like most people felt the same way, because after like a month, Night Rain stopped getting views and shit. So I don't think I'm alone in that opinion. Some people really liked it. Like Saint Riot really liked it. Ouroboros really liked it. But to me, I'm just kind of indifferent to it at this point. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's good enough that it like justifies the price. You know, it's worth about 30-40 bucks, I'd say. Of course, I probably wouldn't have bought it if I wasn't YouTubing. But it's not like a purchase that I regretted necessarily. Every once in a while... What the hell is this? These are gankers for sure. Every once in a while we will play Night Rain for like a couple hours or something. But that's like the most fun I can get out of it before I start to feel like a zombie playing it. You did not just eat that, come on. Just die! Oh, you can't deflect that one. Huh. That's kind of weird. Seems like you should be able to, right? I drink this. My only hope is to play the bridge. And hope that I can knock them off. I did get one. One down. What the... Bro. Damn. That was cancer. Good job. That was a very unlosable fight you set up there, bud. I'd love an Armored Core movie. I don't really like. I've never played Armored Core, but Oxide bought it. He sent me like $100 on Buy Me a Coffee and told me to buy Armored Core, so we're gonna be playing that soon. I see Night Rain as slop, honestly. Waste of resources for the next actual game. I don't know if I'd call it slop, it's just not particularly amazing. You know, it's like, it's a straight up 7 out of 10 game. It's good enough. But not as good as you want it to be, right? You depersonalize when you play. What about the women Elden Ring players? Do they not interact with themselves? I mean, there's some. I'll tell you what, dude. I've seen my own analytics and other YouTubers' analytics. In the player base for Elden Ring is literally like 10% women, at the most. It's like a very male-dominated niche. For whatever reason. I couldn't tell you why that is. Dimmy's one of them. Hey, Buckaroo. Damn it. Chug. Damn. Well, he had a summon, he just didn't show up for whatever reason. Not sure why. I got this host with collapsing stars. They didn't even think I had a chance. I shouldn't have fought the solo host. I should be setting the precedent that I'm not going to fight them. But sometimes I just turn my brain off and do it anyways, you know. Armored Core 4 was peak. Wouldn't know. I never played any of them. I never watched any YouTube of them either. The one that Oxide told me to play is going to be the first one that I've ever played. And I was supposed to play it last weekend, but again, he wanted to play Hunt Showdown instead, so that's what we ended up doing. I really liked Hunt Showdown, though. That game is fucking awesome. I played it for like 8 hours. Couldn't get off it. Played it from like midnight to 6 a.m. Someone's getting ganked in there. Don't worry, I'll save you. You'll never get ganked again. Oh, never mind. How do they always die right before I get there? How do you guys do that? What? Somebody can invade if you guys are awake. I think that's a dead end down there. Get him! Hit him! Should probably not go down the hallway that's a dead end, huh? Bone bow? Yep, it's bone bow. These are some shitters straight up. Is there a way out of here? There it is. Well, because there's a bone bow on the field, I have to just run to the PvE. Gotta be some good PvE out here, right? Yep, there is one. Something tells me they're not gonna come over here. If you got like 10 seconds to come over here before I sever. Going once. Going twice. Okay. Enjoy your block. Some of the mechanics in Armored Core are very similar to Souls controls. Well, I would hope so. It's made by the same company. Spending forever tweaking builds in Armored Core. I only severed because the bone bow. That was literally the only reason. And that they wouldn't play the level. I don't want to play with people like that. I really don't. If you're gonna gank invaders, you gotta at least play the level. Bare minimum. Hello? Where is he? There he is. Fire it all! Oops. Bad spacing. I fucked it up, just like I always do. I really don't want to roll off that ledge. I probably will. Knowing my track record of rolling off ledges. Come on, brother. Let's go. Bonfire room? I can't believe you just ate that. That's crazy. These guys will just roll and crouch poke every time, seems like. Whenever they roll, expect a crouch poke. They're very simple guys, as most players are. Spacing. Oh my god, that was good shit right there. Spacing. They're like, no, you have to fight us in this little room. We're not coming out of our little room. You have to fight us in here. What if I just didn't come in there, though? What if I just didn't want to? What you got there? I don't think that's the play, man. I think maybe there's a better thing you could pull out, to be honest. Still sitting there? Yeah, he's... I'm trying to get them to move. Hello? You wanna play? I'm gonna choose to not walk into that little room and get cheesed. I know it sucks, but you're gonna have to play the level, you know? You're not close enough to the door to hit him. Come on, the level is this way. Yeah, come on. You've got me on the ropes. You're very close. Oh! That was crazy outplayed and saved right there. So close, dude. Well, now we got Black Knights. So I'll bet you they're never gonna come in here. We'll be here for 2 hours before they come in here. Let's play who gets bored first. I love this game. The game is this way. Look. Look, I'll even show you since you're so simple. See? That's where the gameplay is. I'll just take a seat right here. The Uchigatana is shit in Elden Ring. I don't care what anybody says. Why? Seems better than it was in Dark Souls 3. I can never settle on a power supply in Armored Core 6. I wouldn't know about all that, man. I have to play the game before I can comment on that stuff. You ready to play yet? Yeah, it's this way. Come on. It'll be fun, I swear to God. They could also jump down and go the other way. They could. I don't think they will, though. Because they know I'll show up. They don't want to play the game while invaders here, because then they'd have to actually be challenged. Sometimes it be like that, you know? Well, they're not in a small room now, but it's kind of worse because they're on a platform. Damn, dude. It really looked like it should have went through. And they run back to the bonfire again. Yeah, you're gonna get teabagged. And I'm gonna block him so he can't resummon. I'll block him real quick. I bet you we're gonna see summoning another cooperator in a second. He knows he's gonna get teabagged. I want to watch him panic when he can't resummon. Unless he got a different summon, he might be able to summon that. Smashing again. One more chance for you. You fucked it up. I'm gonna take a nice long teabag because you dragged that out. You dragged that invasion on for 10 minutes longer than it needed to be because you're being a pussy. Damn. That could have been over in like 3 seconds. Does any sweet soul please want to help a fellow invader with some muling on PlayStation 5? I'm sure somebody in the chat can help you. People do that all the time in my chat. Does anybody want to help him get stuff for his build? I'm pretty sure they could also just jump down and go the other way. Yeah, they won't, though. All that just to get backstabbed. Not only backstabbed, but roll backstabbed. What a bunch of chickens. Chicken fried bitch. I'm sorry, Bear. You gotta wait. This is the fashion. Nothing crazy. Really simple stuff. Hey! We're not too bougie around here. Got that generic Paladin look, you know. It's a lot better than this, though. Look at this thing. This creature. How could you look like that and live with yourself? Look at it. Just look at it. It's a cognito hazard. Just knowing about this armor set is a fucking psychological death. Psychological black death. Get this fucking trash out of here. Damn. That'd probably make a good YouTube short, huh? I think I'll make a YouTube short out of that. I'll call it the ugliest armor set in Elden Ring. Bear demands love and affection for the 30th time today. I'm telling you, man, I spend the whole day with my dog. Him getting mad at me for trying to work and provide food for him is pretty counterproductive, you know? That wave of gold was a mistake. The whole fucking build was a mistake. The armor, the weapon, the L2. Like, get rid of all of it. Throw it in the trash. I swear, if there was a way to get the fluffy part off the top of Tree Sentinel, it would be your favorite helmet. I agree. I really don't like the brush on the head. It looks too, I don't know, cartoonish, I guess. I mean, the rest of the set looks awesome. So you kind of overlook that. It's kind of like how on Banished Knight you overlook the duck feet because the rest of it looks so good, right? Radon with Fat Roll, Waves of Piss, perfect trifecta. That's why I was like, he's the perfect specimen for a YouTube short, making fun of Radon. Yeah, I'm probably going to use that just to make a point. Like, people always ask, what's wrong with Radon? Why do you hate Radon so much? And like, it should be obvious, but I'll make a short out of it just to get the word out, you know. Even to this day, I still get new viewers that like don't understand the joke. It's not really a joke. I actually do hate it. It's fucking cancer to the eyes. Buddy, what do you want? Nobody can help Turvac? Well, I don't know. You probably asked at a bad time, Turvac, because I'm pretty sure most of the people watching this are in bed. I doubt anybody's on the game right now to give you stuff. It is about 2 a.m. right now. So, it is what it is, you know. But maybe somebody. There's always a Patches Emporium if you need stuff. They'll just give you anything. Like, people on Patches Emporium, they make it their entire career just to give you items for free and help you mule and shit in this game. So, if you can't find anybody in my chat that's on the game right now, Sukana's on, looks like. You hear him grumbling at me? I don't know what he wants. We just went outside before the stream. I watched him take a giant poop. My dog, I'm talking about. The last couple of days, he's just been really, like, needy when I'm trying to stream. I think it's because he knows when I get done streaming, we go on a walk. So he's trying to get me to get off the game. I think that's what it is. We like to take long walks at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's our favorite thing. But you gotta wait till I'm done. What? My dog sounds like Sad Yoda when he's upset. Damn it. Get back here. Goddamn lizard people. You're not gonna make me chase you, are you? Oh, mods, could we get some links for the 2 a.m. people? Yeah, just about every night after stream, we go on a walk. I love nighttime walks. It's my favorite thing. I don't know. I like a lot of things, but nighttime is awesome. In Souls games, muling is when you transfer items from one character onto another. So, like, it could be like, you have all the stuff on your 120 build, but you want it on your level 40 build. So, you that's when you would do a mule in Souls games, typically. Patches Emporium, it's a community of people that just trade in Souls games, pretty much. and you'll always find someone there that has what you need. People people get on there just to do that, just to give you shit. You saw the ninja build. It was actually Samurai that requested the ninja build. He's the one that gave me the idea for it. And I was like, you know, if my Japanese viewer is asking me to do this build, maybe his ancestors are speaking through him, and I should do it. So I finally did it. Other people have asked me, it had a lot more weight coming from a Japanese person, you know. Dungeon Master's got your links. Join the Discord. There's also the Buy Me a Coffee if you want to help me and Bear stay alive. Also, like the stream. Or don't do anything. If you're gonna mule, make sure to back your PlayStation save up. It's a great way to dupe your items. Yes. That's rule number 1 of duping in Souls games, or muling. Because then you don't... Well, it's basically a failsafe. So, when you use everything up, you can just back up your save again and you have all your shit back. That's what all of us content creators do on PlayStation, is we have backup saves, and then we turn our builds into whatever we want, and then when we're done using it, we revert it back to what it was. So, we never run out of respecs or tiers, right? Or crafting materials or anything. It's pretty neat. And I'm not sure if PlayStation 4 had that, so I don't know if we'd be able to do that on PlayStation 4. I think it had it, right? PlayStation 4 had backup saves, right? I think. Brother, you stop that right now. Nope, you're not canceling my buffs. I'm gonna pass on that, but... Oh shit. Damn, that's some latency right there, dude. Oh, he did actually cancel my buffs. Huh. He didn't hit me with that. Must have phantom procced on me or something. Oh, brother. Damn. Oh. Thanks, Miyazaki. Sukuna basically looking for stuff transferred to a new character. If you're gonna mule... Hold on. I've already explained muling in Souls games. Right now, it is... My clock says 1:46 a.m., but... Looks like the actual time is 1:40. So it's not that... It's not, like, egregiously late, but it's pretty late, yeah. It's about the time where most of the people watching the stream are in bed. I bet half the people watching right now are in bed with the stream on the TV. Or asleep. Elevation is the worst for poke builds. I mean, it's... Yeah, that's true. It's also just... Invading in a cave is, like, not optimal at all. There's no space to move. That's why you get so many people at ganking caves, you know? Because there's, like, no escape. And it gives them ample chance to just, like, use a Super Soak or L2 barrage on you. Like AoE shit. Pretty much. Not only that, but dead ends as well. There's a lot of dead ends in caves. Where you take the wrong turn and then you're trapped. It's tough. I'd rather just opt out of invading caves if I could. At least most of them. There's a couple good ones, but most of the time it's guaranteed death. Majority of the time, anyway. Sometimes you can win if you spam L2 hard enough. You know, as Miyazaki intended. Bear, what do you want? I'm working here. Hey, there's Radonathan again. You got some more content for me, bud? I'm gonna make some gameplay content out of you. Best believe. Is Hand of Malardia. Not the fat roll. Anything but that. Uh-oh. That was close. He almost cheesed me right there. If I died to a Radon, I would never forgive myself. Hey, aren't you gonna help your host? He's over there, isn't he? You're supposed to protect him. He needs a chaperone. What the Dude, the giant just shot me on purpose. Shit. They both have the weeaboo stick. They got the same one. God damn, you guys are brain dead, huh? Not enough oxygen to your brain, I see. Brother, come on. No, I'm not gonna let you press L2. He's out of his misery now. He's better off. Oh yeah, I did say I was gonna do this. That's my new welcome message for everybody that tunes in. Like the stream or you will shit yourself. I have copies of most of the weapons in this game, some of the armor. Just let me know where. Also, a good place to get items if you need them is the Discord. The Discord has people that'll give you items in this game too. If Obama doesn't have what you need. Or sorry, you're not Obama, you're Sukuna. I got you confused with somebody else. My bad. I have a viewer named Obama. Okay, and his avatar is the same as Sukuna, pretty much. Could you start a new character and just never go in a cave so there's no invasions there? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't be able to get anything that requires you to beat a cave. And there's a lot of good items in caves that you don't want to miss out on, necessarily. But yeah, you could do that, for sure. That's definitely an option. There's people that deliberately avoid bonfires so they don't have to invade them. But there's only so much you can do. Alright. Personally, it makes a lot of sense to me that... Yeah, I'm sorry, Obama. His avatar looks just like yours. It's the orange dot. And I have bad vision, so you guys' avatar looks the same to me. And when I say Obama, I'm talking about my viewer, not the other Obama. Just for the record, I'm not getting political or anything. I know sometimes when you say their names, people get triggered, you know? But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I think there should be a list of graces that you can say, like, I don't want to invade, right? Because the cooperators have that. Like, when they put their summon sign out, they can check off areas where they don't want to be summoned, right? So if they don't want to get summoned in Langdale, they can just check off all the bonfires. So effectively, they can pick and choose where they want multiplayer. But invaders can't, which is silly, right? That's incredibly brain dead. Especially considering invaders need it more to like avoid the fog walls, right? Like we would all just check off the fog wall areas and never invade them again, and everybody be happier. Because then you wouldn't have a host and his buddies show up and have an invader pop up right behind them and just one-shot them while they're buffing. And then invaders wouldn't have to get fog-walled all the time. And as the invader, if you invade a fog wall area, you have two choices. You either let them fog wall you, or attempt to cheese them as best you can. You run in there with your biggest super soaker attack and hope that it gets the host, right? And you'll probably die. So it's like 9 times out of 10, you're gonna die or get fog walled, right? Because it's always a tiny room with no escape, pretty much. So it would just be better for everybody if they added in the common sense feature, really, to let invaders opt out of certain graces. Because there's certain places that just are not suitable for invasions at all. And I do feel like the fog wall issue, like getting fog walled as soon as you invade, is a pretty big reason that a lot of invaders quit. Because it can happen like 5 or 10 times in a row sometimes if you're really unlucky. The highest consecutive fog walls I've counted was 12 in a row, which is insane. I recorded that gameplay so I could keep it and post it on YouTube, maybe. But it's really annoying to wait for an invasion and just get instant fog walled. You know, I'm sure that's caused a lot of people to crash out. And it's unnecessary, to be frank. Hey, these guys look familiar, don't they? Oh, you can deflect that one. It's just really hard. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, shit. I should stop doing that. Yeah, we fought these guys earlier, I think. And these guys have got one of the most annoying gank setups of all time. Can I get him? Ah! Yes! Fuck yeah, dude. Revenge. Vengeance! Main thing is all the... You guys were talking about trading. The option to choose where to invade would be nice. It would. Not just nice, but it's almost like a necessary thing we don't have. And it's wild that we don't have it at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because they gave it to the PvEers, but they didn't give it to us. And we needed it significantly more than they needed it. You know? You get what I'm saying, right? But they, you know, they haven't updated the game in 2 years. So, it's sort of unlikely, I think, that we'll actually get that. They didn't say they were done with updates yet, so there's a chance we could get more when Tarnished Edition comes out. But I don't want to, like, say too much. Because I don't really know. Alright, how the fuck do I get down to where he's at? Through here? Nope, this ain't it. I don't think that From Software is gonna cut invasions from future games. I don't really believe that. I can see why you'd be worried about that. But at the end of the day, Invasions were Miyazaki's creation. Like, it was Miyazaki's idea. He came up with the whole system of multiplayer in Souls games. Right. And I'd be willing to bet you there is a lot of developers at From Software, especially new ones, like new age Gen Z developers, that don't like the idea of involuntary PvP and probably want to get rid of it. But I bet you that Miyazaki and his old guard might be the only people protecting PvP. Because they came up with it. Right? It's their thing. And I doubt they're going to let them get rid of it. But that's all headcanon, I'm guessing. It makes sense to me, though, that Miyazaki would be the one protecting invasions. Instead of doing that, instead of getting rid of invasions, what they're going to do is keep on adding stuff like this. Without considering if it fucks up the PvP. That's what's going to keep happening. And necessitating me to press L2 all the time to win. Which I don't want to do. Right? No guard break, damn. But yeah, Mesmer Spear is a clear example. I mean, look at this. It's a 10-second anime cutscene that you can't interrupt. Okay, that totally just fucks up PvP pretty bad. And they put stuff like that all the time, you know. See, I can't do anything about this until he's done. Might be able to hit him with the fireball, maybe. But even that, I don't think it'll actually knock him out of it. It would be okay if it didn't have hyper armor, but it does. Damn. Strong ass fucking shield. Damn you, you lizard person. Quit skating around. Slithering. Bone bow is a clear example. There's literally no counter to two bone bow spammers in the back. Literally unwinnable. Yeah, exactly. And even one bone bow can completely stall an invasion out. If somebody's doing bone bow, you just can't engage with a gank squad. You just have to run to the PV, you know. Bone bow is a great example. Mesmer Spear is a good one. Lobotomy sword snatches you out of your rolls. And all different flavors of spam, especially Star Shower, the onion rings, you know. It's stuff that they don't really think about. Is this going to break the balance of the game? They just put it in because it looks cool, right? Without considering. And I bet that's because they've hired so many new developers. They don't give a shit. I bet that's the reason for it right there. Have you ever thought about using Mesmer Spear on a build? Maybe just to talk shit about it. Maybe just to say, like, this is why this weapon is stupid and broken, and you shouldn't use it because it'll make you stupid if you use it. Kind of like how I did with Waves of Piss. I wouldn't say that's an opinion, Lint. I would say that's just a fact. Invasions do prolong the lifespan of Souls games significantly. Like, people played Dark Souls 3 for 6 years straight. Well, they waited for Elden Ring. And that was all PvP, for the most part. Like, yeah, there is build monkeys. That's what they call them in these games. How you go through the game over and over with a different build. But that's not really a long-term thing. People do that like 2 or 3 times and they're done, right? Most of the time. Most of the long-term players are going to be invaders, fight clubbers. FromSoft definitely doesn't care about invaders. They'll probably cut... No, they won't cut invasions. I don't think so. You might be right that they don't care enough about invaders. It seems like at least somebody does, but there's probably a lot of people there that don't. Right? My theory on them hiring new developers that don't like PvP is probably true, honestly. It seems incredibly likely to me. And you got Miyazaki and the original crew that want invasions versus the new people that hate it. Like the guy that made Night Rain, right? That's one of the new guys. Night Rain was a great game for PvP, and yet it doesn't have it. They even have non-player invasions. They just don't let players do it. You know? Like, what does that tell you? So the guy that made Night Rain just doesn't like invasions. You know? Quit ganking him, you fucking lizard people. Leave him alone. Ah, get out of my way. Let me at him! Uh-oh. 0 damage? Oh, okay. It actually did hurt when the cold went off, kind of. Oh, shit. Stuff. Help. Brother, do not press L2 while the hit's done again. What'd you think was gonna happen? God damn. I saved your life. Never forget. Do you think the new games will have ultimate attacks like Night Rain? God, I hope not. I hope not. That would break the balance so bad. I think that's the reason they don't have player invasions in Night Rain is because they wanted to have those ridiculous anime attacks. And they knew it just wouldn't work with PvP, so they didn't put PvP. YouTube video idea for you. Make your top 10 builds for low to high level invasions or weapons. That's actually not a fucking bad idea. I've never actually done that. It'd take me a little bit longer to make, but yeah, I could do that. There was a time where Lost was trying to get me to make like ranking videos of the best spells for PvP and best incantations, best L2, you know. But there's a guy named Yui that already does that. That's like his niche, so I didn't want to try to muscle in on that. Yui's like a PvE YouTuber mostly, but he also does PvP stuff. I've even seen G9 get destroyed by 2 bone bows in the open field. Nothing you could do. Same with steel. Yeah, you're right. There really isn't anything you can do. Even with just 1 bone bow, it's pretty bad. The only counter to bone bow is another bone bow. Use cancer to fight cancer. I think the real counter to bone bow is PvE. You go to the PvE, so you have backup. That's the only possible hope of it. Yeah, like retaliating with bone bow is better than not, for sure. It's better than just letting it happen to you, right? But I think the only rational plan when dealing with bone bow is to run to the PvE. Use a shield on bone bow, close the distance. Well, here's the issue is there's going to be 3 gankers, right? And 2 of them are going to be trying to rush you down and press L2 on you, so you're going to be having to roll, right? And that bone bow is going to stagger you the entire time. That's the problem with bone bow, is it's a heat-seeking MG42 that staggers you into more stuff, right? And it can cause you to get frame trapped pretty bad. And not to mention, it also builds status on you, even if it's not hitting you. Phantom procs. So, yeah, it's... The hypothetical solutions to bone bow don't always work in practice, necessarily. You've always got to assume there's two bots charging at you with greatswords, because that's usually how it is. Or worse yet, katanas. Bone Bow and Claws of Night have done irreparable damage to PvP. Yeah, we can't forget about Claws of Night. That's a big one too. Anything that you can throw infinitely is a problem. Even if it's just not quite infinite, but near infinite, that's a problem. There needs to be serious limitations on being able to throw things in a medieval fantasy game, you know? Like Dark Souls 3. Like, yeah, you could throw things, but you'd run out of blue pretty quick. Everything was expensive to cast. And the spells that were there was nothing like Star Shower or Onion Rings that's like an infinite tracking guaranteed to hit you type thing that you can't reliably roll. You know, a big one, a really bad one actually, is the nail sorceries, because they desync, right? So it'll look like it's further away from you, but it's actually like right up on you, right? It desyncs just like waves of piss, so you can't reliably roll that one either. And it's a slow projectile that pursues. It's not like Comet, where you hear the sound and you know when to roll when you get Comet, right? But with something like nail sorceries, you have to turn around and look at it to even have a hope. Stop fucking cheesing him, you goddamn monkey. He's dead. One of you guys can invade. Should be able to. We just beat these guys a couple minutes ago. Oh, that was a good shot right there. Hell yeah. Hey, speak of the devil, look at that. Our favorite. That won't protect me. I don't think they turned off taunters. See, now what he's doing with that bone bow is basically preventing me from engaging at all. Because I will get staggered by it. If I try to fight the host, the bone bow is just going to headshot me and stagger me. So the only solution is to find PvE, really. We did just beat these guys, so they're probably extra salty, I would say. I teabagged them too. He's even cheesing the bugs. Look at that. Alright, where's some PvE around here? I don't even know where we're at, to be honest. He's gonna press L2, probably. Yep. Where can we go here? Everything looks the same out here, dude. I don't even know where. Lobsters would be this way. South. I think. There you go. See? There's the bone bow right there. Every time I try to play, that's what'll happen. Lobster that turns into Revenant is where? It's just, it looks like the back rooms out here. It's all the same. Nothing over here, really. There's that guy. Ooh, hell yeah. Who's that? Is that a viewer? I wonder. Just don't die in 3 seconds. That's all I ask. Where is he? I can hear him. Oh, there he is. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, buff me up. I don't know if that did anything. Brother. Was that his missile or the invader? It's the invaders. Damn, dude. Fuck yeah. Fight cheese with cheese, right? The circle jump attack spam can be worse than claws. You're talking about the little, like, frisbee weapon? Yeah. And the axe, too. All the smith weapons have got pretty much an infinite throw attack. It's really annoying. Can someone explain why the lock-on range in this game is like 80 feet? That's the real problem with projectile spam. I wouldn't say that's the real problem, but it's one of them. Yeah. And it's because the world is so big, that's why. That's why they put it like that. A lot of open space, that means a lot of lock-on, you know? I hate myself! When it comes to the katanas as a weapon class, they're almost all pretty balanced, besides Moonveil, Rivers of Blood, Sword of Night, Rakshasa's Great Katana. Besides them, they're all pretty balanced. So pretty much every katana is not balanced, is what you're saying. I guess Uchi Katana is balanced, right? Wakazashi. Is that a katana? No, actually, like, in terms of moveset, katanas are pretty bad. It's just a shittier straight sword, really. You're better off using a straight sword every single time for the moveset. But the katanas have better L2s. Really broken L2s. As you know. So they're usually just like a sharp magic wand, basically. Great Katana is probably the best weapon class in the game, though. At least I think it is. It's like... It's pretty much perfect in every way, I would say. Can't think of a single thing not to like about great katanas, other than they don't have hyper armor. But when they have hyper armor, they're too good. Like Rakshasa, you know? At least these gankers are too dumb to recognize how unfair Claws of Night are, and you need a dex build for them. Bone Bow? No stat requirements. Mage out of blue? No problem, whip out the Bone Bow. Yeah, I put the Bone Bow on my level 40 build, and I could use it without any stat allocation at all. Most of the starting classes can just use Bone Bow for free. It's kind of crazy, huh? Doesn't the shield you're using reflect Bone Bow attacks? No. I don't think so. I've never tried it, actually. I don't think it would, though. Do you ever do PvE? Once in a great while. We do a Taunters run for my channel members and patrons. Basically, I'll summon a patron or member to be my teammate, and then everybody else invades. And then we play PvE and try to stay alive. Then I just cycle members as the teammate, basically. Every once in a great while, I'll do like some build making stuff where I play PvE. Every once in a great while, we play Night Rain. Like once every 3 months. Yeah, Rakshasa is the only great katana that's too good. But people will still complain if you use the basic great katana, because they don't know how to roll. Like, great katana is the kryptonite of people that don't know how to roll. Roll discipline. They don't have it. They'll just get roll catch to death by the great katana. Easy. Like, you won't even have to try to roll catch them. It'll just do it for you. It's kind of like curved greatsword in that way. It just sort of roll catches on its own, even if you're not trying to do it. Are skinwalkers real? I don't know. Maybe. Just as likely as, like, Bigfoot, you know? And not the good kind of Bigfoot, if you know what I'm saying. It's a hot take to say Elden Ring has by far the weakest and strongest weapons in Souls PvP. Not sure what you mean by that. There's tons of broken stuff in this game. Stuff that's way more broken than anything from Dark Souls. Greetings from Brazil. Hey, we got some other Brazilians watching the stream too. I don't know if Goldmask is here. I have a decent number of Brazilian fans apparently. See these goobers who don't know the buttons? Dude, we're able to stall for 20 minutes with one bone bow. Insane. Yeah. You're right, Onyx. Nah, dude. After US, like US audience is 70% of my audience, right? But the next biggest group is like South Americans, like Brazil and Argentina. Which is kind of interesting, huh? I didn't think they would want to watch, like, English YouTubers, you know? I don't know how common it is to speak English there. But I always figured, you know, Spanish speakers would want to watch... What's that one guy's name that makes Spanish videos? For Souls, I can't remember his name. He talks to only waifu a lot, because they're both Spanish speakers. Andrew Souls, yeah. Oh no, Brazil is Portuguese, my bad. I'll die if I jump down there. You know something in Portuguese? Actually, no. Ethereal got your links. Join the Discord. Use Buy Me a Coffee to keep us alive if you want to. Damn, that's sad. Nah, dude. I've lived my entire life around Spanish speakers, and I've learned basically nothing. Like, I lived with a Spanish lady for 4.5 years, and I never learned hardly anything. It's really, really fucking difficult. And for my entire life, I've had friends that are Spanish speakers as well. Half of the women I've been with have been Spanish speakers. I still just haven't fucking learned anything at all. So it's close to the bonfire. Do we need a multiplayer password? Yeah, use a red sign and a multiplayer password. Always. In the area I'm from, there's a lot of Spanish speakers. It's like 40% of the population here. Brazil? You guys are kicking ass in Ultimate Ninja. What do you guys just climb rocks and do parkour all day? I don't watch that show, so I don't actually know about that, Dungeon Master. I think my grandpa watches that show. I remember him watching that back in the day. I don't even have cable now, so. I haven't had cable since I was like 18. I just got a YouTube Premium and Crunchyroll and Netflix. $30 a month. Way cheaper and better, I think. Oh, I got HBO too, sometimes. Sometimes I pay for that, if I want to watch The Sopranos or something. Or Game of Thrones, but I always cancel it after I'm done using it. Damn, your net is something. Damn. Ugh. Gross. I'm having second thoughts about this one. I think I'm gonna pass on that one. Yeah, Andrew Souls is like the primary Spanish audience for Souls PvP, yeah. At least it's, I don't know of any others besides him and Only Waifu. But Only Waifu makes English videos, so I don't think I'm not sure if he counts as part of that. I think he has made Spanish videos before, right? Only Waifu? Not really sure, though. English is the biggest type of content online, so it's inevitable. Yeah. I know that people around the world learn English because it's like the default language in a lot of places. Yeah, I heard about that Crunchyroll bullshit. I thought about canceling my subscription, honestly. If you guys don't know, they had a massive data breach. Like, really bad. Like, to the point where they got... Well, I'm not even gonna say it. Just watch the YouTube video about it. A lot of anime YouTubers just covered it. But it might be wise to like figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Sucky thing is you can't trust any of these big tech companies to protect your information. They always get hacked all the time. The internet is not safe. Your information is not protected. And when they don't get hacked, they're selling your data to data brokers so they can fucking call you and tell you about your extended warranty that doesn't exist or whatever. Right? Because that's what they do. That's how those people get your phone number. It's because of big tech selling off your information to them. And then they call you with spam. Yeah. Yeah, something like that, but somebody got access to, like, administrative powers at Crunchyroll, right? And that means they had everything for 24 hours. And, like, Crunchyroll was already on thin ice with me because they're kind of overpriced, right? They're almost $20 a month. And now I hear about this data breach. Like, as soon as Jujutsu Kaisen is done airing, I'm canceling my Crunchyroll. I'm only gonna pay for Crunchyroll when I want to watch Jujutsu Kaisen or some other, like Chainsaw Man or something specific that's airing right now, you know. Yeah, they call it a data breach. It's just basically hackers that did it. It's probably like some hackers from a different country, because that's usually what it is, right? But apparently your privacy is not important to them, so I wouldn't give them money. Talking about Crunchyroll. Jujutsu Kaisen's got one more episode before the season's on hiatus, so I'm gonna cancel that shit. I think the last episode's airing tomorrow, right? Or maybe there's one more after that, I can't remember. Damn, where's my invasions? What happened? Come on. Had 2 failures in a row. The breach is honestly hugely overblown. They literally only got their hands on support tickets. Most of us are fine. See, that's the exact opposite of what I heard. I heard that the hackers got, like, administrative powers and they could look at everything on Crunchyroll. That includes, like, all your information. Right? So I don't really know what's true, or if they're downplaying it. Did you hear that from Crunchyroll? Or did you hear that from a third party? That's the question. Because Crunchyroll would have a reason to downplay it. I'll just treat Crunchyroll like HBO, and I'll only pay for it when I want to watch one thing specifically. You know, I'm not just going to keep paying it if I'm not super engaged with something. I'm like the type of guy that I like to watch Game of Thrones like once a year, right? So I'll pay for a month of HBO and then cancel it. The same thing with Sopranos too. With YouTube Premium, it's like I use it so much, I may as well just pay it, right? I use it every single day. But with those streaming services, it's not quite the same. There's just not enough good content on there. for you to watch it all the time, you know? About to finish season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Dude, it's season 1 is good, but when it really gets apeshit is season 2. Like, season 2 has probably the best fights in all of anime. Not even hyperbole there. Like, Choso versus Yuji might be the best fight ever made in an anime. Sukuna versus Maharaga. Gojo versus Toji is pretty good. Pretty fucking good, like 9 out of 10 fight. What else is there? There's a couple other decent ones. The YouTubers covering the breach are just trying to make clickbait content for the algorithm. Maybe. You might be right. But when there is a data breach at a tech firm, it's best to assume the worst, right? Because there could be someone from another country that gets information on the people that use Crunchyroll, right? At the worst case. This is new to you? You didn't hear about this? Well, yeah, apparently Crunchyroll tried to sweep it under the rug. Didn't talk about it at all. Damn, guys, did we run out of invasions? What happened? Something's going on. Let me restart it real quick. Hopefully I'm not getting Comcasted again. Hope and pray. I'm surprised so many of you guys are awake at 2 a.m. I would prefer that there's some actual content happening. Ah yes, Elden Stink, my favorite singing game. Don't you mean anime game? There we go, we got one. Hell yeah. Oh! Server maintenance from 7 to 9 a.m. tonight. Or this morning. Huh. It's giving me the notification right now. You guys see it? You guys should be able to see it. Please log out from the server. Aw. Damn. I see why I wasn't getting invasions. Everybody's getting off. Hey, if they're doing server maintenance, they might be doing a patch, right? That'd be fucking sick, wouldn't it? They never do maintenance unless they're about to do something. Ouch. Damn you, lizard people. Oh, shit. Goddamn. I need to be deflecting that shit. Yeah, get his dumb ass. Did he just... He did just use a bewitching branch on him. I'm running out of PvE. I need to go up there. There's a Squidbilly up here. Or not Squidbilly. The derpy ninja guy. I can't remember what they're called. Yeah! My daddy's here now. Oh no. He's trying to use that shit on him. Hell yeah, bitch! You can't turn my PvE on me, dude. This is my swamp. Prep for Tarnished Edition? That'd be fucking sick, wouldn't it? That'd be really sick. They're gonna reset all the weapons in Ash of Wars back to day 1. Overpowered. They will unpatch both Radahn fights. Oh no. You're scaring me, dude. I'm gonna have nightmares. Now. They're upgrading the AI in this game for the bots. Damn, that's even worse. Maybe it's not Tarnished Edition. Maybe they're just updating it. They haven't updated this game in fucking 2 years. I doubt it. I doubt it, but wishful thinking, you know. It would be nice to have one final patch that fixes all the fucked up shit. Yeah, you're right. I always thought that's what Tarnished Edition would do. 12-player limit would be so fucking sick, dude. That would be the sickest fucking thing they've ever done. Not gonna lie. Damn. Fallout IRL? You mean World War III? Is that what you're saying? Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole again! I'll fucking do it again! Damn you, you're not fog walling me, piece of shit. Fuck! That's exactly what he's trying to do. God damn it. Tree Sentinel's dead. That's not fucking cool. My shield just didn't work. Awesome. Jesus. Oh. Damn. Bravo. I would literally fucking eat my shoes if they gave us increased player limit. I will fucking do a face reveal on my channel, my YouTube channel, and I will eat my shoes live on air. I'll eat them with fucking barbecue sauce. What I'm saying is I doubt it's gonna happen. Oh, these guys were ganking. I thought they were, playing the boss. Get the fuck out of here. Pussy ass. White mask. You thought you were real fucking tough cheesing me 3v1, huh? With no PvE? Yeah, you guys are real good. I'll show you how fucking good you are, dude. When I shit on your fucking chest. Oh, he's going back to resummon. Gotta go stop him. He heard me talking shit about him not having 3 summons. The fuck out of here. I meant shit on his chest metaphorically. Metaphorically. What level am I? 168. I go through so many nicotine pouches when I'm playing this. They were probably watching the stream. I think the host heard me laughing at him for not having 3 summons. And he went back to resummon. Because like as soon as I said that, he took off to the fucking bonfire. Damn, I just about died right there. Brother, do not just mash. Like, do not do this. How many fucking times I gotta teach you this lesson? Oh, what the? What the? Who just hit me? Oh, there's a blue. Of course there is. It makes perfect sense. What are you afraid of? You killed everything. Because you're a fucking loser. Fire in a hole. You made me do it. I didn't have a choice. The blue's not helping him for some reason. Damn, dude. Very good. Very good. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? Is this a good blue? Nah, if he was really good, he would have sacrificed himself for heals. One more time with the links for the 3 a.m. people. Is there any reason PvP players always stay in the 200 range? I'm around level 445. Oof. Oh, that's tough, man. That's tough. There's a reason we don't go beyond level 200. It's because PvP is fucking unplayable. Past 200. Because everybody's got maximum blue and they can just spam at you forever. I would just make a new character if I was you. Uh-oh, timeout? Dungeon Master got your links. Join the Discord. Keep us alive on Buy Me a Coffee, if you're very cool. Oh, hell yeah. Perfect. You ain't fogwalling me. Caught him at just the right time. Yeah, I like the game too, but all the delays have been frustrating, yeah, for sure. You're definitely right. Oh shit, that's universal something time? What is that time measurement there? It's about 3 a.m. where I'm at, but what time is that in English? So it's 7 to 9 a.m. UTC. What is that in English? 3 a.m. probably? Hang on. Yeah, it is 6:45 UTC right now. So we have 15 minutes left. Because for me, yeah, I think at 3 a.m. it's going to kick me off. If there's a new patch, I'm going to make a YouTube video faster than flies on shit. I'll tell you what. I'm going to stay up all fucking night just to make it. Patch incoming? Not necessarily guaranteed, but it could be. Could be. Sounds like everybody got off. Might not be able to invade now because people are getting off because it's about to kick everybody off. Potentially. Hunt showdown time? No, no. I'm gonna have to go to bed. I've been streaming for like about 4 hours today. My first stream lagged out. This is the second stream. Yeah. It's not looking good. Come on, brother. One more. Later, Onyx. All right, fellas. I'm gonna give it up and call it quits for now. Got about 5 minutes left or something. No, like 11 minutes, but seems like everybody got off. Want to thank everybody for the donations and memberships. Lint Eater and Jimmy Baller, who donated during the first stream, and then Dungeon Master for the $10 on the second stream. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully earlier. Hopefully we get an update. I doubt it, but fucking maybe, you know? Anyways. Good luck out there.